Hey guys, Bitcoin in the meantime, the last 24 hours has broken down from a descending channel formation, which is not a good sign at all. In fact, it's a very bad sign because it means now we have not very much support into that lower 16-15k region, which of course is where the bottom was back on, I think, the 22nd-ish of November. So we're on the way at the moment on Bitcoin to retest the region in which we have the lows. And we have to get into that in a second here. We also need to get into the S&P 500 a little bit because that's breaking down as well. And we also need to look at the total cryptocurrency market cap, which is currently at a very critical spot in retesting its 2017 all-time high for support. So we'll look at all those things in a second. Before we get into the video, check out the pinned comment, check out the description below. We have the VIP group there. We have the Crypto Academy courses. And of course, we have the free Telegram community discussion group, which you can join and discuss the markets in. All right, so let's get into it, guys. So here on the daily chart, this is what we discussed yesterday. We discussed the fact that the charts didn't look good at all. In fact, yesterday we were up here in that 17 to 18k region, and we actually looked at the fact that we had a gravestone doji candlestick formation kind of rejecting us quite strongly and quite brutally from that resistance region between 18.2k and 17.7k. You can see that gravestone doji right there. It's not quite a Dave's gravestone doji, but it does kind of resemble it with the long wick to the upside and the small candle body and the short wick to the downside. And essentially that resistance box is stemming from what we saw as the June low and stemming from what we saw as the November high. That is the top of the range right now. In order for Bitcoin to look like it's in a decent position, and in order for Bitcoin to start aggressively attacking that yellow downtrending line, which we need to take in order to confirm a renewal to an upwards trend, we need to break above, obviously, that red box between 17.7k and 18.2k. Right? And unless we can do that, Bitcoin's not going to be in a good position. Bitcoin is still in the same range that it saw the low in back here on the 21st of November, which means it's still at risk of putting in a new low so long as we're below this red resistance box. And right now, we saw that rejection. It wasn't good. And going over the 4-hourly chart, we saw the rejection. At the same time we saw the rejection, we saw a breakdown on the RSI uptrending support line. We saw a breakdown of the yellow ascending channel formation. And we saw a breakdown of this pink support line, which was our saving grace. In yesterday's video, I said it was highly likely, we were at this point here on yesterday's video, I said it was highly likely we break down from a channel, and if we break from a channel, it's also highly likely we break from the pink line. We saw both of those things happen, so the prediction was entirely correct at that point. I then said in yesterday's video, if we break the pink line, we would have broken the RSI line, which we did, and hence it is highly likely that we go back downwards towards the bottoming range, which is 16.1k to 15.6k. That is where we're headed on Bitcoin right now. I don't think we'll see a local low. Well, maybe we'll see a local low, but ultimately I do think we'll be retesting that 16.1k to 15.6k level, especially considering the fact that this 8-year uptrending support line on Bitcoin, which is stemming back here from 2014, right? That 8-year uptrending support line, very, very major line, is actually not holding for support until we reach about 15.7k. Guess what? 15.7k is roughly where we saw the low. So I think Bitcoin will be retesting at 16.1k to 15.6k level. I think we'll be retesting that high 15k level within a matter of days here on Bitcoin, if not earlier. That's my personal opinion there for Bitcoin. And I also will note the fact that we had this downtrending resistance line on the weekly chart RSI. We did come up and test it. The candle didn't close, so it doesn't look like it, but we were up there the other day, and we did reject from that, unfortunately. At this point in time, that doesn't look particularly good either. Now, what we can do is we can go ahead and draw in a triangle formation. We can see that the apex for this RSI triangle is in the middle of January, meaning we'll be making a significant move either to the upside of this RSI line, which would coincide with a breakout of this yellow line on the price chart, which would be a trend reversal and a buy signal, or we will be seeing a breakdown on this RSI line, which will correlate with new lows on Bitcoin and send us down most likely to that 13.8k to 11.5k level, right? For this reason, right, the reason that I'm looking at here, just clarifying once more, right, the reason I'm looking at here, the RSI triangle we have here on the weekly chart will line up with either new lows on Bitcoin below that 15k level or a breakout of this yellow line, which would be a buy signal. And that triangle is coming to an apex around the middle of January, the start of January actually, meaning we'll have to make that move before the start of January, which is very, very soon. It's a fortnight away. So within the next fortnight, Bitcoin is compelled, it's almost compelled to break out of this uptrending line, this downtrending yellow line, which would be a trend reversal, or to break down below 15.6k, right? We don't have much time on Bitcoin. It's going to be making a move, as I said, within the next fortnight here. So it's very interesting to see where it will go. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the BitGet Exchange. The BitGet Exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance, which is the biggest major exchange in the cryptocurrency market on futures. It also has 0 fees on every single spot pair, so you can trade spot for entirely free, no fees included. It runs events. Right now it's got a FIFA World Cup event sponsored by Messi, the football player. It's got copy trading, strategy trading. It's got exclusive rewards and discounts in the reward center. It's got everything you need for a trader using an exchange. This is the exchange I personally use as a trader for my everyday trading, and I highly recommend everyone does so at the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel. Sign up using my referral link for exclusive rewards and discounts. That really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it. For my fans from the United States of America, you can sign up using this exchange with a VPN and use the exchange with a VPN and just sign up using my referral link like normal, and you'll be treated like a normal customer because this is also a non-KYC exchange. So make sure to sign up using my referral link in the pinned comment or the description below, and without further ado, let's get back into the video. Now, what I want to look at as well is the total cryptocurrency market cap, just kind of stressing even further the kind of desperate nature of this situation. The pink line on the total cryptocurrency market cap that you see on the screen here is actually the 2018 all-time high. That's the highest point we reached in 2018. We're testing that right now on a weekly candle. Yes, we've wicked below it, but we have not closed a weekly candle below it. And at this point, the weekly candle is closing in roughly just under 48 hours. And if we do close a weekly candle below that point, guess what? That means it's very likely we'll see new lows on Bitcoin as well, because the total cryptocurrency market cap does dictate what happens quite a lot in both Bitcoin and altcoins. That chart, that support there at the 2018 all-time high is very, very major. If it wasn't major, very important, if it wasn't major, we wouldn't have bounced off of it in June, we wouldn't have bounced off of it for 2 weekly candles here in November, and we wouldn't have bounced off of it for a 3rd weekly candle on the wick here in late November, okay? It's very important, quite clearly. And so that's something to watch in the next 48 hours as well. So there's lots to watch. What do I say about, right, overall, just summarizing what do I say about Bitcoin right now? I'm saying this. Doesn't look good. We broke down from support. We're probably going to trend down towards this 16.1k to 15.6k level. At this point, we don't have any reason to believe... right, well, here's the thing, right? Of course, we have reason to believe the bottom is not in, okay? But it's not completely disproven at this point. The bottoms could still be in. We could just be retesting that support region. It is Q4 after all, right? We do still have support on total cryptocurrency market cap. We do still have that 8-year support line, but I don't think I have up anymore. Oh, there we go. We do still have that support line there, and we are still at a verge of a breakout on the weekly chart RSI. So it's not to say at this point, and I certainly can't say this with any kind of confidence, I can't say that, it's 100% guaranteed the bottom's not in, we're going lower. That's simply not the case. But it doesn't look particularly good. That's what I can say. And especially considering traditional markets, how we've rejected quite strongly from that resistance on traditional markets, and especially considering the fact that interest rates are still going to be hiking, at least another 2 rate hikes, another 25 basis point rate hikes, and they won't be decreasing until probably July at the earliest. It's not looking particularly strong for the markets in general. So, Bitcoin could very easily be dragged down by traditional markets a little bit further here. But ultimately, I'm still sticking by that 4-year cycle theory. I still think we'll see a bottom in at the latest in January. As soon as we start reaching February, it becomes a little bit iffy with the 4-year cycle, and it becomes a little bit sketchy. But yeah, I do still stand by that. I do still think the 4-year cycle theory will pull through. And if you want an explanation on that, and you want a reason why I think the 4-year cycle will outweigh the macro, look at yesterday's video. I described it pretty well. I'm not going to describe it again because it takes a while. But yeah, go ahead and check out yesterday's video for that reason. But yeah, ultimately, that's kind of the situation for Bitcoin. Broke down from multiple structures, heading downwards towards support quite rapidly. And we just need to watch that total cryptocurrency market cap chart, and we need to watch that weekly chart RSI. That's what we're watching at this point in time. And hopefully by tomorrow, we have some more information to kind of determine where Bitcoin will be going. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.